Hey, what is good, y'all? Welcome back. Okay, listen. I know it's been not a week. I wanted to post yesterday, but something messed up with the video. It like my video literally froze. I was gonna react to this, but you know what? It was a blessing in disguise because Gojo and Makima just came out today. Literally the day after I was gonna literally post something up there. And I was like, I don't even know. I don't want to react to this again because then it's not genuine. But then I was like, maybe I will have to. Anyway, well now we here with Gojo versus Makima. Um, so like I've been noticing some of the comments, and some of the comments says like, "Oh, you didn't, add nothing. You didn't say nothing." So I'm gonna predict it right here. So what I know about each character is that Makima is like if she thinks she's like of a higher stature, of a higher privilege, of a higher competency than you. If she thinks she's better than you, basically, then you automatically come over to her control. And I know you need to like make maybe like a concept or something like that or whatever. But the point is, you need to come over to her control. You need to uh make sure that she if she thinks you're lower than her, then she controls you. Something like that. That's what I think I know. Now I think Gojo has more of a destructive power. So if this death battle is about a destructive, who's more destructive, I think Gojo will win. But if it's based on like who has like more hacks, I would say Makima will win. And but I don't know if Makima's power included like illusions or like can get Gojo to a state where he's just like you know da 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 or something like that. And I don't know if Makima can really die like that. Where I've seen Gojo die and stuff like that. To be honest, like because of the leaks and stuff like that. So my money is on Makima, but I would not be surprised if Gojo won. If Makima's powers like work how I think they work, then Makima wins this. But if it's based on like destructive power or death bottle logic, then I think Gojo wins this. So yeah, and I like Gojo more than Makima, even though I have a Makima poster up behind this board, which is crazy. I need to get a Gojo poster. I need to get more like posters. Hey, shout out Display. Anyway, let's get this. Let's get to it. Yeah, go on. Yeah, whatever. Go.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and HelloFresh.
And I kind of want to watch the whole thing through because I don't know like
Satoru
which one
Gojo,
to like.
Jujutsu Kaisen Sorcerer Sensei.
Makima, Chainsaw Man's head of Tokyo Public Safety.
These two paranormal mentors are so strong that they change the very worlds they exist in.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
Honestly,
and skills
Gojo
to find out
dying
who
is
would
probably
win
good for
a
Jujutsu
death
Kaisen.
battle.
Spoilers, but it is what it is, man. I'm sorry I spoiled
Japan,
it.
December
but
7th,
I think everybody
1989.
was spoiled.
Satoru Gojo was born, and the world changed.
And in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, invisible, cursed spirits born from negativity threaten humanity.
Hey, shout out
So it's
you
up to the Jujutsu sorcerers to do
one of my
battle
favorites.
with them.
And what better way to learn the trade than to sign up for Tokyo Jujutsu High?
At this
your
institution,
job's,
a
like,
sorcerer
limited.
will
He
learn
has
to harness their
something reverso
cursed
red,
energy,
and then,
or
like,
the spiritual manifestation
Attraction
of
blue, and
intense
then he has
emotion.
like
It's
purple.
like Ki, but if Ki desperately needed therapy.
With it, sorcerers can boost their physicality and perform devastating
if
curse
desperately needs therapy,
techniques.
does.
Anything from voodoo dolls to swapping places with mere claps.
And lucky for humanity, Satoru Gojo's the best sensei a sorcerer could ask for.
Gojo isn't just the best, he's known as the strongest. His very birth forced the strength of curses to exponentially rise.
I don't want Gojo
like
to
witnessing
come
a
back.
world record
I
get
don't want
broken,
Gojo.
cursed society shifted
think
to
it
match the
would-
might of Gojo's
I don't know. It's like
presence.
how would they
As a
explain
kid,
that?
Gojo knew he was the shit. He mastered the art of the Riz, the hoops, and the curse murdering, all alongside Suguru Geto, his sorcerer BFF.
Together, they planned on changing
they were
Jujutsu
vibing
society for
up.
the better.
And if anyone could do it, Gojo
cap.
could. Thanks to his bloodline, he got one of the most busted anime powers ever, Limitless.
Limitless grants Gojo a nigh-perfect defense by actualizing the very concept of infinity.
It creates an infinite space around himself, stopping anything coming his way. The dude is literally untouchable.
And those fights were
Kind of.
crazy.
Gojo
in
tailored
season two. I
Limitless
ain't
to
gonna lie.
automatically detect an object's mass and velocity. As the difference between himself and an object decreases, Limitless halves the object's velocity. It's like Zeno's paradox.
Think of it this way. If you're trying to get from point A to point B, first you gotta go halfway, then you gotta go another halfway, then another and another, and so on. With Limitless, you'll never arrive, just like my alimony payments.
Hence, infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might sound complicated, but it basically creates a spatial force field around Gojo at all times.
Techniques on this level would burn out other sorcerers in seconds. That's where Gojo's incredible 6 eyes come in. They let him.
So I also know that Limitless is not pussy. Like when they say nine, that means obviously he has to let light, colors, oxygen, and other like chemicals on that level. So it's not like it's everything. Because if it was everything, he would die because he would suffocate because there would be no oxygen. Also, he wouldn't be able to see because of the colors and stuff like that. So that's through certain things. Now I don't know if it's dictated on Gojo, but I do know that it has to let in certain things. Now whether it's dictated on Gojo or not is, and I still think Makima gets it because I haven't heard if she died. I mean, I know that Genji did what he did. I mean, it took eating out to a whole new meaning, but like it's yeah, I don't think that his powers necessarily allow him to change Makima's perspective. And it's all really about Makima's perspective and how Death Bearer really treats like there's multiple interpretations, but if she treats it like oh no, it's just Makima overall, like Makima is it's about how Makima perceives you, and then they either change it to how Makima perceives Gojo as superior than her, which I don't know if she would do because she's a devil and he's a human, and I'm pretty sure that Makima believes that humans are beneath her. So then again, but Gojo isn't the average human, but at that point it's just like it's just if there was a circumstance, I haven't read Chainsaw Man, I haven't read Jujutsu Kaisen like that. I've seen the first and second season of each of them respectively. I would say that Makima has it because I never seen her die so far from what I hear. I know she technically died, but then she gets reincarnated and stuff like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it is what it is. So yeah.
MC and
Again,
perfectly
Makima.
control cursed energy at the atomic level, so he'll basically never run out of juice in a fight. He isn't just built different, he was born different.
6 Eyes and Limitless gave Gojo the power to manipulate space itself. Gojo's Lapse Blue technique attracts and condenses space into singularities. With Reversal Red, Gojo does the opposite, repelling space. Think push and pull. But you may be asking, how does one accomplish this with cursed energy? With math!
Curses!
Exactly! Cursed energy is typically negative like with blue, but when multiplied by itself, negative cursed energy becomes positive, creating red.
Oh, strawberry and blueberry.
So, what happens when you combine a positive and a negative?
Grape?
0! By combining Reversal Red and Lapse
I think
Blue,
it's one of the
Gojo
coolest techniques
creates
in anime,
Hollow
like
Purple,
especially
an
like
enormous
visually.
ball of curse energy that literally
I
applies
like that
the
technique.
concept of 0 to an opponent, crushing and repelling them into nothing.
Gojo's a walking cursed Swiss Army knife. Levitation, teleportation, even expanding Limitless to fry his enemies. Gojo
That
can
was
also
cool scene
use
too.
positive energy to heal humongous wounds, and he's constantly refreshing his brain with it 24/7 to keep up with all of this.
Still, there's one technique that costs more cursed energy than anything else in a sorcerer's repertoire.
Every sorcerer is born with an innate domain, a mental world shaped by their
Come
mind
on,
and heart.
she's scared
Add
after
cursed
this.
energy to it, and these domains can be manifested physically, a technique called domain expansion.
Every sorcerer worth their salt needs one, and you know damn well Gojo has the scariest, unlimited void. You get caught in this, your ass is grass.
Exposure to unlimited void overloads your consciousness with a stream of infinite information. A mere fifth of a second of exposure can leave a normal person in a vegetated state for months.
Too bad it requires so much energy you can only do it like once a day. Oh wait, except for Gojo, who has done it multiple times in a row. Thanks again, 6 Eyes.
Quite frankly, Gojo was getting so strong that the axis of the Jujutsu world began to turn on him. Like the meta of a fighting game defined by one broken character,
Meta
he
Knight.
defined the hierarchy of power
Bayonetta.
in the sorcerer world. He alone was the honored one.
His mere presence can cause earthquakes. He outran sonic explosions and applied cursed energy within a microsecond.
Gojo has been repeatedly stated by many to be the strongest sorcerer there
Okay, I want to go to
is.
me.
That includes his ex-student Hikari, who can dodge lightning, or
I don't get to Makima because I pretty much get
what
the
a
handle.
beautiful day. The sun is shining. The birds are singing.
and a giant
I
AK-47
forgot both
carpet
of these
bombs the
randomly by
neighborhood.
Mappa.
The
I gotta put
sky
that.
rains blood.
But-
Millions are dead. Dear God, whiz, it's the end times. Run away!
Calm down. There's no reason to panic. It's just that in the world of Chainsaw Man, devils exist, and your fear makes them stronger. Never mind. Panic.
Remember that spider you shrieked at, or the last time you cut yourself dicing onions? Now the spider and knife devils are the monstrous products of your nightmares, and they hate you specifically.
The fearsome gun devil stood as the epitome of terror and destruction, and was responsible
God.
for a countless loss of
That's
lives.
like people
But a
people
group
like
was
oh not to
formed
get
to
too
combat
political.
it and
Like,
the other
oh,
devils that plague
guns are not
humanity.
scary.
The
People
devil
people kill
hunters.
people. Those
Live in
guns are pretty
Japan and
people.
get yourself a
Really?
pesky zombie problem? It's time to call the 4th Division of the Public Safety Devil Extermination.
Kobe
A
was in her bag. I ain't
government-funded
gonna lie.
devil hunter unit led by a stone-cold vixen, Makima.
She's dressed like Columbo with a blank stare and a sadistic streak. She's been in the game for a while and just found herself a new prize.
The union of man and pet devil dog, Denji, the Chainsaw Man. Upon meeting him, she gave him a choice: live under her as a human dog or die by her hand as a devil.
Sounds sketch, but Denji's brain was set to teenage boy and Makima's hot. So in short order, Makima got a new pet.
Makima may seem terrifying at first, but she is a dog lover and a cinephile. Though you'd be ill-advised to mess with her.
Sure, for her position, you'd expect her to know how to defend herself. Martial arts here, swordplay there, but devil hunters like Makima become real threats when they make contracts with devils. A classic
thought
Faustian
she was
bargain.
a devil.
Give something of yourself. The devil gives you power.
She can call death upon anyone she chooses through a complicated ritual, and even survive being shot through the head.
Because, as they say in the devil hunter world, you need your screws loose to live.
But she might have more than a few screws loose because, in actuality, Makima is a devil herself.
Gasp! There's no way this clearly evil character could be a villain in disguise.
The Japanese government has been keeping a close eye on Makima ever since she was born. Rightfully so. She isn't some F-tier scrub like the Bat or Leech devils. She's the Control Devil, embodying humanity's collective fear of the oppressor. In a way, she's even more terrifying than the Gun Devil.
Makima can exert absolute mental control over any creature she views as inferior to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm
which
saying,
is
like-
basically everyone. People, animals, even other devils become puppets under her command.
Exactly, so I'm
she
like,
can
it's-
even
it's-
hijack
it's
their
gotta be her.
senses to listen and see whatever she wants.
As a devil, Makima's far stronger, faster, and more durable than the average person.
Plus, her metabolism lets her slam down as many beers as she wants to. So, Makima, if you're into countlessly divorced alcoholic rednecks, you know who to call.
By drinking blood, she can heal her injuries, and her sense of smell is so potent that it can spot targets from over 300 miles away.
Not only can she control your mind, but your body too with telekinesis. She can mess up your internal organs or blow you away with finger guns. She doesn't shoot you with invisible bullets. She points at you and then a wound just happens out of nowhere. She controls all sorts of things with these ghostly chains that stab her victims. Once they're hooked, they're easier to control.
Makima has plenty of devils in her collection. There's the massive Fox Devil, the Future Devil for precognition, and a ton of devils that exist just to stab you.
But I'm definitely all about the blow shit up devil, the undead party devil, the flamethrower devil, and the unholy matrimony that's the angel devil, which will make you see God before you die.
After
The
about
Angel
the
Devil's
20th
kind
time
of
seeing
cool. I
God
like
gets
that.
kind
I
of
like
old.
that idea though.
Anyway, like other devils, Makima can form contracts with people to give them power.
But unlike other devils, her control powers allow her to force people into contracts that exclusively benefit her.
Like when she forced Japan's prime minister into a contract that states, and I quote, any attack made on her will be changed into appropriate illnesses or accidents among Japanese citizens.
What?
The verbiage of Makima's contract is worded specifically so that she quickly heals from any damage that is perceived to be an attack, transferring said damage to some poor random citizen of Japan.
Oh man, imagine like taking a shit and Makima gets hit and whoops, guess you're wiping at the pearly gates.
With these abilities and contracts, Makima set out to create the world that she wanted. No more pain, no more war, no more bad movies. The world would be perfect, but she needed the Chainsaw Devil to do so, who just so happened to be living as Denji's heart.
Yep, that cute doggo is actually the Chainsaw Devil. Oh, talk about shitty luck, kid.
In the depths of hell, Makima watched in awe as the Chainsaw Devil literally ate devils and eradicated plagues from existence. Because of the Chainsaw Devil, in this world, concepts like nuclear bombs, HIV, and even Nazis do not exist.
He literally ate the concept of Nazis out of existence.
However, as Makima didn't see Denji or the Chainsaw Devil as beneath her, she could not directly control him. She needed to manipulate him. So she decided to build Denji up and then tear him. She needed to manipulate him. So her Nazis do not exist.
He literally ate the concept of Nazis out of existence.
However, as Makima didn't see Denji or the Chainsaw Devil as beneath her, she could.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So there are people that she perceives above her. Okay. Or don't, or at least don't see, she doesn't see beneath her. All right.
Could not directly control him. She needed to manipulate him. So she decided to build Denji up and then tear him down as cruelly as possible.
First, she murdered Denji's found family one by one.
Then she made Chainsaw Man into a public hero, stripping him of the power devils receive by being feared.
Oh, so she could control her precious Chainsaw Devil and make him press backspace on anything she didn't like.
Her telekinetic bangs shot the Chainsaw Devil out of orbit, and they stalemated the Darkness Devil, which embodies humanity's greatest fears.
Makima's stronger than devils like the Bomb Devil, who can easily blow up buildings, or the Typhoon Devil, which made city-spanning storms.
And while fighting the Gun Devil Fragment, this large behemoth moved over 300 miles in a few seconds.
She was pretty much unbeatable, though ultimate power can make it pretty lonely at the top.
Makima's quest may have been to make the world a better place through domination, but the truth she was never willing to admit to herself was that she really wanted to understand human emotion. After all, you can't control someone and love them at the same time.
Too bad she never quite found the answer she was looking for when the Chainsaw Man defeated her once and for all by cutting her to pieces, cooking her into a 7-course feast, and fucking ate her?
Believe it or not, the love Makima tried to understand was her undoing. Despite the hell she put him through, Denji still loved Makima in his own way. So the act of devouring her was its own act of love and did not count as an attack, bypassing her immortality.
Completely batshit insane.
Yeah,
that's Chainsaw Man for you.
So,
Who
like,
knows,
that's what I'm saying.
Wiz?
It's
Eventually
probably
the Control Devil will come back, though it won't be Makima.
While her path back to hell was paved with good intentions, in the world of devils, it's no surprise that Makima came so close to her ideal future.
Alright, let's get it on.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you ever felt that your own brain is getting in your way? And I'm not just talking about maniacal super geniuses like myself. This can apply to anyone.
That feeling where you
This man is eating her. This man is eating her popcorn. That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. Laughing at me, talking with his mouth full, drinking her soda, throwing it over the plate. That's a very gojo thing to do, honestly.
Gotta kill you instead. Can't just let a curse do as they please.
No talking during the movie.
I like the animation, but
Huh? Curse technique
only
lasts.
thing, bro. Like, does she believe that gojo is like inferior to her? That's the only thing.
Womp womp.
It really be like that. That's good.
Careful. I could have died, but that much won't matter to you soon.
Don't worry. I'm Satoru Gojo, the strongest.
Confident, strong, and idiotic. We'll be sure to write it on your tombstone.
That was cool.
Con. we don't kill you too quickly.
I should be good, since you're so weak.
Bang.
Okay.
Bang! 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 Now, be a good boy and play dead.
Should I bark too? I'm getting really tired of your pets. Domain expansion. Unlimited void. Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
No, I was expecting a twist. I'm not expecting it.
KO! So do you think that place is offering
I'm not
discounted
surprised.
tickets or too soon? Yeah, I'll order online.
Gojo and Makima were complicated to compare. On the surface level, Gojo had a lot going for him.
It's no surprise, given that his reputation in Jujutsu Kaisen is that of its pinnacle. At least it was.
First of all, it's unlikely Makima would see Gojo as inferior to her, in a similar way to how she
Okay. This control. Oh, okay. So
saw Denji. So she wouldn't be able to immediately control Gojo.
Gojo's birth caused a giant shift in the world of curses. Plenty of people have recognized that after only seeing him once. Being better than everyone is literally Gojo's thing.
Plus, Gojo automatically refreshes his brain with positive cursed energy 24/7. Even if Makima could control him, it wouldn't last very long.
Gojo was obviously stronger too. The best
yeah,
feat we
no,
can
that's
compare
yeah. So that was my thing. Like that was like it's at that point. I honestly this battle could have gone either way, and I know this is for a lot of death battles for this, but this one particularly because it's just like why wouldn't Makima? You're basically playing like a game of like hypothetical. Like this is like the most hypothetical shit ever because you're basing it off of a fictional character and it's based off of a fictional character's thought process. So even though you have kind of context in which like okay, like oh yeah, Rize she didn't do this stuff, and Denji she didn't do this stuff, but everyone else she did this stuff is like even though like that's what I'm saying like Gojo was the pinnacle, so I could see a reason why Gojo would win, but I also see why Gojo would lose because maybe Makima thinks that she's above all humans. Like that's the thing. Like Makima probably, I don't know if Makima views humans and devils the same way because I think Makima had like didn't think didn't think that she was better. Like if it was this dingy off the street, like with no Pochi, then I think obviously she would control Denji like easy, like that. But like that's the thing. Like has and Chainsaw and the Chainsaw Man lore in the world has there been a human that's been comparable at least half of what Gojo is, and then Makima controls her easily, and that's why I'm thinking I don't know enough about both of the series to think that like one would outweigh the other. Like Gojo's because he's so he's just the pinnacle of of Jujutsu sorcerers or of the Jujutsu world that he would be like you know, that he would be so above Makima that no matter what she thought of Gojo, she would have thought like that she would thought that she was in superior to Gojo. So that's this battle wasn't really based off on like like feats or something like that, or actually like power levels or scale or anything like that. I think it was just based upon like, does Makima really think she's better than Gojo? Would she think she's better than Gojo? And they just gave enough reason to say like, hey, like she had to prove that she was that she was superior to these people, and the Gojo she never, Gojo never had that doubt. So I could see that's why I could see Gojo winning, and I'm not mad at it because I like Gojo better. But I honestly thought that Makima was just slaying power the thing like, oh yeah, I'm superior to Gojo, especially because he's a human. But it is what it is. Um, it was a good fight. I like the animation. Even though I mean it's stupid, but like you, you know, making all that animation and stuff is a lot of work. Like even for a whole team. But like, hey, it was good. It was a good fight. I like the music. Not mad about the ending. I was wrong, but like I could see a where I was. I mean, I could see a award where I was right. And yeah, peace out. And I'll be back later. I'll be back in a week. See y'all next time. Peace.
Yo, CeeLo killed this shit.
Dollar in my pocket, getting paid with minty with some money on the way. Oh shit, left a ziggy on my tray, yes sir. Oh my, what a way to start the day. Dollar in my pocket, getting paid with minty with some honey on the way. Oh shit, left a ziggy on my tray, yes sir. Oh my, what a way to start the day. Please make sure you don't give me none of my hoodies back. They'll just remind me of you and I can't handle that. But I'll be okay, I know that this is just a process. Yeah, and I'm making progress. Fuck it, I'm back and bustin'. They hit me on my celly, I hang up, there's no discussion to be had. No repercussions, I can't concern myself with the past. I'm swerving, ducking, shade that they're throwing. I know you mad, you heard it. Deep inside, I know you wish you had somebody to love or somebody to keep you around. My head's in the stratosphere, but my soul's are on the ground. I'm bumping BSP in the whip and it's turning loud. Dollar in my pocket, getting paid well. Minty with some honey on the way. Oh shit, left a ziggy on my tray, yes sir. Oh my, what a way to